but we let it warm up like this. So just we watch what's going on with the people out there. We watch people roll in. We'll start seeing all the people come in. Comments will come in over here, so you can see comments if I point to something. You can talk to me like normal. Camera's there if you want to say something to people in the camera. Okay. It's not a problem. Wait for some people to roll in.
You got questions and stuff, you're going to run the show pretty much? And you got questions you're going to ask me and stuff? Or
you don't have to worry, okay? Not my first rodeo, buddy.
All right. I was on live TV once, and it wasn't very good.
No? Then you had a horrible
I'm scarred now, scarred.
Yeah, whoever was interviewing you, that was the problem.
He was good, but I still didn't say any words, so yeah, it's good.
You still probably get
I'm
you
a
out
little
of
loosened up, though, after that. This morning's over with.
I screwed him up this morning. I said to him, listen, all this talking and stuff I do, training I do, I said, you really need to be careful because when you get up in front of the crowd, you tend to talk a lot faster. You don't know it. Yep. You're just nervous, so you talk fast. I said, so take your time, slow down. He's like, he looks over at me the second the mic comes off, he just goes deadpans me. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah. You guys are out there. We give us a thumbs up if you can hear us on the live stream. I'm just showing you what's going on in the booth here at MACNA. And we're going to come online here with some interesting stuff going on. Build up a little audience here.
Is this the winner? Congratulations. I saw you talk.
Hey, how are you?
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
We'll get Ken in here later, too.
Huh?
We'll get you in here later, too, on the hot seat.
I got Mark.
No, I don't want Mark. I got you.
He's a video guy. He's a video guy.
I got you. We're live now, too. You know that, right?
No.
The video's not live, just the audio. Running the cameras to the to the front of the booth, and you can see the tank stuff.
You want a job?
So we go to there. Good. All the audio's working well. So, wow, guys. How about another Let's Talk Reef live from another trade show, the biggest one of the year, MACNA 2019. We're in Orlando, Florida, looking down the eye of the storm. But we don't care because we're enjoying fish. That's what we do, fish and corals. It's all about the fish and corals. Oh, this morning had an incredible meetup. Every year they just get better and better. Lots of different things happening at the meetup. I'm here at the booth. You probably saw in the warm-up. Hopefully the front of the booth is here, so you guys can see what's going on in the front of the booth. Every time we're doing one of these shows, you'll be able to see what's happening, what the crowd's like in the Neptune Systems booth. On top of that, you can see the tank. A little cloudy this morning, stuck a little clarity or something in it, and so it's just about filtered out, but amazing tank. Top Shelf Aquatics stocked this tank with just some incredible corals and fish. Tank was provided to us by Aquarium Marketing. We've got a Geo's Reef sump on there. We've got, VCA, what are they, the little random flow generators. You saw me interview him last time. We have just tons of stuff. Real Reef Rock, of course, in there. Amazing tank. We'll get some more footage of it, and you guys will be able to see that. But right now, I have something super exciting here. You probably looked at this when I came on and said, what is this thing sitting next to Terrence here, okay? But what you have to know is that this morning at our meetup, we did something completely new. Between our two main speakers, we had something called the speed round. Now, the speed round was 5-minute talks given by you guys, the control freaks, okay, to the audience. You had 5 minutes to give a talk, 5 minutes to get across a really cool idea about Apex gear or something that you're doing on your aquarium. And when it was over, the mic got cut, okay? 4 guys volunteered for this for this punishment, and only one could win, because that's how we roll. There's no runner-ups. It's not everybody's a winner. None of that. None of that for us. It's one winner, and the winner was John Walker.
Hello.
Now, you can only see a little bit of him, so it looks a little bit like a chicken, but it's not a chicken.
I am a unicorn.
He is a unicorn, and this is how he came to the event this morning. So where did you get this idea?
So
let me help you out with your unicorn. He's like, man, my head's not big enough for the nose.
Yep.
There you go.
So I saw your post on the official Facebook group, and immediately knew this was going to be perfect for me. Mm-hmm. I do get a little bit of stage fright, but I knew that if I didn't do it, then I would be paid myself for not going up there and at least giving it a shot.
Wow. Well, I almost peed myself just seeing you run up there with this costume on. I was like, wow, that's bold, man.
Well, it was my wife's idea to get the costume. I totally was on board with it.
Okay, so the wife. It's always the wife.
We
okay?
ordered.
I'm telling you, the good ideas in my household always come from the wife. Right?
Yep, absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
All the good ideas. So ordered on Amazon, had it delivered to the hotel room yesterday morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
we
awesome.
flew it on Wednesday, and here we go. It happened to actually fit perfectly. And
a purple unicorn. Not
Yep.
just any unicorn. A purple unicorn.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So what did you talk about?
So we talked about one of the
It
methods
didn't matter
I
though,
used.
right? Because you came up in a purple uniform. It didn't matter what you talked
I
about.
figured worst case scenario, if I stumble or get stuck in my words, I'll just do jumping jacks or something silly, and
You
that
were,
would be
you
good
were pretty
enough for
good up
5
there,
minutes,
so I
but-
interrupted you. So what did you go? What did you do?
So one thing I talked about was using a different way to mount your Apex gear modules without using grommets and hiding the wires a little bit cleaner, and different tips for wiring your cables for the modules, as well as marking your breakers in your box, just to help with troubleshooting and keeping everything running smoothly.
Now, one of the things with these speed round presentations that I did not expect was, and yours it was included in one of these, was to see something I hadn't seen before, right? Because I am out on the forums all the time. I see all this stuff. And when yours came up, and I mean, of course, I saw it last night because I put it in the deck.
Yeah.
But when you presented it this morning too, I saw it again, and you explained how you used it using spacers, little.
Yeah, black plastic bushing spacers.
Where do you get those?
Mostly from automotive, like a 12-volt car audio supplies, where I get them from a place called Install Bay sells them.
Okay.
And really, we've used them when I was doing car stereo installs to raise the amplifiers up and run the wires on underneath. Same idea, but we'd use them mostly 12-volt installs.
Think about how novel this is, guys, because we all have, not all, but many of us have built these boards. And I think I was one of the first few people who started using these desk grommets to basically run your wires through. And like every other person, I was just like, well, I'm going to run them through. I put the thing right below the module.
That's what they're designed for.
And the wires go through there and they go, right? Well, what he showed us to do is so logical. It just really, I was just like this.
You just drill a hole behind the module. You raise the module up a couple inches. When you're looking at it dead on, it looks like it's flush mounted.
Right.
And then you can tuck the wires right underneath.
And then you have the hole with if this were the grommet, you have that behind the module, like this.
Correct.
The module's off the board, and all the wires go back under and then through there.
Correct.
And when you look at it, it just looks like modules, and everybody's like, where did the wires go?
Yes.
It's so cool. What a great idea. What a great idea. So, most people thought, hey, he won because of the unicorn, but I think the content was really solid.
I think the unicorn costume really was for my own personal, kind of loosen myself up a little bit and have more fun with it. If I went up there with, wearing a collared shirt and a tie, then it might be a little bit more stiff with my presentation. So it was really kind of helped me out too.
Yeah, Jeff Stevenson was up there, and I mean, it was a squeaker really. Yeah. So I think the costume just
barely. The runner-up had an excellent presentation too, and I was very nervous because he had some good stuff he talked
did,
about.
But I think the costume was just that went over, and he's the only one that got cut off too.
Yeah.
So he had an extra slide to go, and I was watching it count down. I wasn't going to give them any cues whatsoever.
No, it was cut right off.
And I'm watching it count down, and I'm like, this
stage.
is going to be fun.
Yeah.
He's going to get cut off.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, have you been to any of the other meetups before?
I was at the one in D.C., which was about 5 years ago.
Okay, how did this compare?
This one, I was surprised at how many... Well, I wasn't surprised, but there were so many more people than in D.C. When we were there was maybe, 100, 150 people. Here there was so many people.
Yeah, it was like 200 to 300 people in the meetup
room. It was very impressive.
Good. You like the speakers and all of that?
Yeah, it's always good informational. A little disappointed when you get to hear about any new products coming out, but that's expected.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we always talk about at the meetup traditionally, kind of what's on the horizon, what's the next thing, what's the new exciting thing. And the last time we really did that was with the Trident, and we got burnt pretty hard. Okay, no fault to our own. We had some things, and last year I had to humbly go up on stage and explain these things to people. I'm sure you might even have seen the video. But we had delays, and it was just so hard on us internally to deal with that we basically said we're not doing that anymore. We're not going to say, even if we think we're going to hit this particular date and going to have this, we're not going to give you a peek. We're not going to do anything. When you find out about it, you're going to find out about it. And
that's almost kind of exciting too. It's like, what's on the horizon? If this is the big release was to try and like, you guys are going to it's always going to be something bigger and better.
We're working hard on stuff right now.
Yeah.
There's some stuff we're working on right now that's pretty exciting. And, you know, for us, what I tell people all the time is everything on the aquarium where we can, you know, make it easier to use, less hassle, and make our customers, our control freaks, more successful, then it's all fair game. Doesn't matter. Is it a skimmer? It's a light. It's an ATO. It doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
If it can be made better by us for the customer, we think, especially with automation and monitoring and everything, that's what we're going to do. So that's what to look for in the future.
Yep.
We'll see what the future brings.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate you coming on here. You know, we're going to see if we got any questions. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if you can answer any of these for people. Are there more Tridents hitting the shelves? What do you think, John?
Absolutely.
There's always
going to be more hidden.
Yes, every day we ship them out the back door. Every day the pallet, you know, goes out to places all around the country, all the local fish stores, everything, and we're doing them as fast as we can. We had a little bit of in the presentation. I told people how it kind of goes together.
Right. I think that was very helpful too.
Was it?
Seeing how much is involved and that actually everything's put together in house. Components come from all over the place, so. You know, that kind of made things a little more sense to me, I know. Yeah,
one of the things that I put in the slide is online I've seen a few times, can't you more or less just call up China and tell them to build more? And it doesn't work like that. They're not Christmas lights. So it was, you know, I wanted to put those slides together to tell people, look, there's real people making these things.
Right.
There's real people behind the scenes here who are doing this. We're doing the best we possibly can, and we love that everybody's super excited, and we're trying to do the best we can to get them out to you as fast as possible.
Absolutely.
So let's see. Well, I think that's it for about the questions. You know,
if anybody has any questions about the control board I put together, or designs, or links to the products, you can find me on the official Neptune MeetUp page. John Walker. I'm always on. They're always commenting, always posting.
So on Facebook.
Yep, on Facebook.
So on the Facebook official APEXusers group that's on Facebook, go out there, John Walker. Yep. Send him a DM or a post up there, you know, and tag him and say, hey, I want to get some more info on doing these boards and doing the standoffs and stuff. Awesome sauce, man. All right. So good. Happy you're a Trident user?
Appreciate it. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to hooking it up.
Awesome. Take care.
Have a good one.
Yeah, no problem.
You never looked any better.
Well, there you go, guys. You know, we're having a great show so far. Hope to bring you a bunch of this stuff. Tell me who you want to hear from, who you want me to interview, who you want me to put on the hot seat, and what questions you want me to ask them. So if there's a tough question that you want asked, I might be able to ask it. Tell me who you want to hear. Tell me who what you want me to ask them. Right now, across the way here, we've got ACI Aquaculture. Some of the most amazing corals, dude. Unbelievable stuff. My voice is cracking. Unbelievable. Moselea corals, big old brain corals. Just unbelievable stuff that they have, and a lot of it is over in our booth. Let's see how the tank is looking over there right now. Let's go take a look at what's going on in the front of the booth. Oh, there's Tom. Tom is right there in the foreground talking to a customer. We got Ty over there. He doesn't know he's on here right now. His buddy's back in Florida. He's looking around the booth, standing there like he's doing something. Who else we got in the booth? We got John. If you ever talk to support, there goes Paul. So you can see Paul there. He's in the front right corner there. So a lot of stuff going on in the booth. We're having a good time. Let's take a look at the tank. There's John right there next to the tank. Need to put one of those lenses on there from the guys over at Polyp Lab. A little Polyp Lab lens on our camera over there. I'm going to do that right after I go off air. But this tank is amazing. We got a whole school of look downs in this tank. We've got tons of clownfish. We've got a gem tang in there, a really big naso tang with streamers that's swimming around in there. Really, really cool. Having a great time here at the show so far. And like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. If you have anybody you want me to put in the hot seat, let me know. We'll be back maybe in an hour or so. Do another live stream. Till then, guys, enjoy your fish. If you're at MACNA and you're watching this, come by, see me. Want to sit in the hot seat? I'll put you down and tell you your Apex story. Till then, take care. Talk to you later.